This is my galaxy now. What's up, YouTube? This video is gonna be me talking about Chewbacca. And I guess I'll start off by saying I really don't understand why people actually like him in general. Let's go to this, and yeah, I know it's subjective. It's a subjective ranking site of Star Wars characters. And let's just go down the list, right? So we have Darth Vader at number 1, which there's no surprise. I'm not surprised. He's the main villain, the main character, basically. So I'm not surprised. Obi-Wan Kenobi, not surprised. People treat him like Star Wars Jesus. Yoda, not surprised, right? Numero uno. He's basically the strongest Force user. He's my favorite character. Luke Skywalker, hero of the story, number 4, not surprised. Han Solo, the shapeshifter, I'm not surprised. He has a very important role. R2-D2, arguably the most critical character in all of Star Wars. I mean, the story wouldn't exist without him. Then we have Chewbacca, number 7. I don't have anything to back his position, right? I don't have anything to explain why he's at number 7. I can't explain to you why he's at number 7. By the way, there are, I think, 100 characters minimum on this Star Wars list, right? So he's number 7 out of at least, I'll say at least 100, at least 81, and it keeps going, actually. So it keeps going, right? We can see it's into the hundreds, and there are so many characters in Star Wars, but he's number 7. And why is that? My argument is, I don't think Chewbacca serves any purpose in this story, and I think he's overrated. Maybe because of nostalgia, maybe because he's iconic, sure. But I don't think that makes up for it. So we're gonna watch this 5-minute video. I'm gonna give... First of all, actually, before we even start, I looked up Chewbacca moments, right? The longest video is 5 minutes long. This is one of the main characters. He is one of the central characters in the franchise. The longest video is 5 minutes long, right? You go to the second video, it's 50 seconds. You go to the third video, 2 minutes. This has an 8-minute video, surprisingly. Right? So, we'll just watch... I don't want to watch the whole 5-minute video. I'm going to skim it. Because, let's be honest, we're not going to expect much. He has no lines. Let's just skim it. So, this is him. Hold on.
Get jittery, Luke. Just look like it's trying everything. Chewie, come on! That's just a dead animal, Chewie. Chewie, you ain't wake up!
Oh my god.
Where?
Oh my god.
Chewie, you ain't wake up!
Absolutely ridiculous.
What? How you feeling? Here's off a gun dart.
Okay, we skimmed through that video. We didn't really find anything.
Chewie, come here.
This is ridiculous. Oh my god. 50 seconds of
Chewie, come here.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
mind frame.
Well, you said it, Chewie.
Let's put this on work.
You think that after what you did to
droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Alright, now let's go back to our dialogue. Okay, so let's give him credit. He took out a few goons. So I said something nice. I'm not gonna straw man Chewbacca. He did something nice. He took out a few goons. All that I heard in the past 5 minutes was him yell. It was just him freaking making noises. Let's just go to his bio. Let's read the bios, right? We have R2-D2 saving the day more times than anyone can count. That's true. He has saved the day more times than anyone can count. Han Solo provided us the spacecraft. Luke Skywalker, well, you know, he's Luke Skywalker. Yoda trained Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan Kenobi, absolutely critical character to the story. Absolutely critical. He trained Darth Vader. Who's Darth Vader? He's the leader of the Empire. Chewbacca. Read Chewbacca's bio. A towering Wookiee warrior. Chewbacca is best known as Han Solo's trusted co-pilot aboard the Millennium Falcon. Known for his incredible strength and fierce loyalty, Chewie has left an indelible mark on audiences with his signature roar and heartwarming bond with Han. That's why people like him, because of his roar. That's what gets him number 7, his roar. So why am I crashing out? I'll tell you why I'm crashing out little. I think Star Wars fans are just a little bit retarded. And I'm not talking, you know, Star Wars fans as in people that watched the films, because apparently those aren't Star Wars fans. If you're a Star Wars fan, you need to know all the lore. There's going to be somebody in my comment section being like, actually Chewbacca's important because in the lore, Chewbacca was riding freaking unicorns, sitting on unicorn horns, getting pegged by the unicorn horn on fucking, in the jungles of Naboo in comic book release issue chapter 95 in 2003, artist Bob Michaels. Like, we have lore freaks, right? Also, look how I want to just point out how all of these characters have arcs. When you're writing, and I hope that this teaches aspiring writers. If you guys are watching this video, I hope this helps you out. When you write a character, you got to make sure that your character has an arc, that your character has depth, that your character is, you know, multi-dimensional. You want to make sure your character is multi-dimensional, meaning there's something to your character that makes them stand out. They have their time to shine. Darth Vader, Anakin had so many times to shine. He had his arc. His arc was he got burnt alive on Mustafar. Obi-Wan, his arc was seeing his trainer get chopped in half by Darth Maul. Yoda, his arc was fighting the Emperor and going into exile. Luke Skywalker's arc was hanging off of a freaking skyscraper in Cloud City. Han Solo's arc was getting frozen in a block. R2-D2, I don't know what R2-D2's arc was, but he didn't really get an arc, but he had so many, time. There were so many times when he clutched. Where's Chewbacca's arc? Where's his arc? I didn't see an arc. Unless I didn't pay attention. What is making him important to the story besides his iconic roar and nostalgia bait? I'm not judging people for liking nostalgia bait. I like nostalgia bait. Yoda came back in The Last Jedi. I was geeking out. Except Yoda fought the Emperor, right? Except Yoda was the president of Jedi, right? What does Chewbacca do? When does he ever clutch? When does he ever not screw up? When he's extra weight. He screws up. He's extra weight. He gets these people in trouble. How do you get captured by stormtroopers? You're a monster. You're a beast. How do you get captured by stormtroopers? And the reason why I'm like kind of pissy right now is because let's go down. Look at all of these characters. that have so much more impact on the story that are just like behind him. The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, she had countless arcs. She had the most development out of any character. Ahsoka had more development than everybody else. Darth Maul had an arc. He got chopped in half, got spider legs. I mean, he has crazy lore. He has more lore than everybody else. I don't like Darth Maul. I'll make a video on Darth Maul, shitting on him too. Qui-Gon Jinn, he started it. Palpatine, his arc was getting electrocuted. Palpatine has more impact than 90% of characters in the story. He is the reason why the story is happening. Boba Fett should be... Boba Fett should be way higher than Chewbacca. I know this is subjective. I'm geeking out over a stupid ranking that doesn't mean anything because this is all opinion at the end of the day. And Star Wars fans are not ranking these characters off of their impact and importance. They're being emotional. These Star Wars fans are obviously being emotional. Okay, 15,000 emotional people decided that Chewbacca is more important than Palpatine and Boba Fett, which Boba Fett I could argue is top 10. But again, I'm going to geek out over something that doesn't matter. Mace Windu is the reason why Boba Fett exists. What did Chewbacca do? Where's causality? Chewbacca causes nothing. Chewbacca is just there. And that's the issue with writing. When you write all of these characters, you start to forget about some of your characters. That's the issue with shows like Stranger Things and One Piece. They have so many main characters that they start neglecting them. What does Chewbacca... He's a mascot. He's a mascot. He's an animal. He has no lines. And if you thought this was bad, this is what made me mad. This is what really triggered me. Let's go down, right? You have Mace Windu, right? You have all these. You got Padme, you got General Grievous, you got Lando. C-3PO is number 21. Oh my goodness. People find, people rank Chewbacca over C-3PO, which is insane to me. I mean, they are obvious. Jin, main character from Rogue One, stole the Death Star plans to give to the rebels. Sacrificed herself to give the Death Star plan to the rebels. But somehow she's number 26 and Chewbacca's number 7. Again, I don't see how Chewbacca adds any value to the story besides just existing. And this is what frustrates me. You go on the street, you ask a 6-year-old, name 5 Star Wars characters. They're going to say Chewbacca. Ask a 60-year-old. They're going to say Chewbacca. It doesn't make sense to me. What does Chewbacca do? Name... Okay, we got Grand Moff Hitler over here. Yo, the first time I saw Grand Moff Tarkin in the film, I actually thought he was Hitler. And he has the same personality as Hitler as well. He can tell... Yo, screw off. He can tell Darth Vader what to do, like Hitler. His name is Grand Moff Tarkin. He's German. He's got to be German. He looks like Adolf Hitler. This blue guy, number 30. Right? And Kylo Ren, BB-8. I'm not that mad. BB-8 is just a rolling ball. Right? Like, we got this guy, Wedge, just a rando. Like, you can see how this is not an accurate ranking on importance, but more of just emotions and icon. And this is what really made me geek. I looked at this list earlier. Okay, Rey, the hero of the sequel trilogy, the savior of the galaxy, the main character, the Last Jedi, is number 69. I'll say it again. Rey, the Last Jedi, the hero of our sequel, is number 69. This is the main character. Look at her bio. She doesn't even have a bio. Rey is a fictional character in the Star Wars franchise. I mean, it's like putting Luke Skywalker at 69 while you put a Build-A-Bear doll, a dog at number 7. A dog with no lines, may I add. You're gonna put Rey at 69, but you're gonna put Chewbacca at number 7. Like, this is not an accurate. Whoever's ranking these characters is not ranking them using their brain cells. They're ranking them using emotions and nostalgia. I can't even believe. These are all of the characters that are on top of Rey. That sounded weird. 99! This cartoon character, 99, is higher on the list than The Last Jedi. Robots, these droids, these robots have higher placement than Rey. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, that actually kind of annoys me a little. Obscure characters that have 5-second screen time. Rancor, snowtroopers in general, just no snowtroopers in general. Ewoks in general. Ewoks in general. No specific Ewoks, just Ewoks in general. Have higher placement than Rey. It doesn't make sense to me. So, the question has to be asked. Do Star Wars fans know how to use their judgment? And should they be able to vote in presidential elections? I'm being serious. That's the question I'm going to leave you off with. If you're a Star Wars fan and you appreciate Chewbacca at all, should we consider you in presidential elections or not? Because I know I'm sounding really fucking like a dick. Like, I really do want somebody to comment and give me a real reason why Chewbacca is so high on the list at number 7. And I don't want to hear he's nostalgic or he's an iconic character or a stupid roar. His roar doesn't sound appealing at all. His roar doesn't spike my oxytocin and my serotonin and my dopamine at all. In fact, it actually raises my cortisol when I hear that. He does nothing. He does nothing. Chewbacca does nothing to the story. He adds no value to the story. If he didn't exist, there would be no difference. There would be no difference if he didn't exist. In fact, I could say he's there because he's Han's friend. Han's dead. So what? Han's gone. What are you gonna do now? Why do you think he was so insignificant in the last 2 movies? Han was gone, so what do we do with Chewbacca? What do we do with Chewbacca? Your friend's dead. Because the writers of Star Wars, Disney was like, let's just kill them all. Let's kill them all. Let's kill all of the, we don't need Luke Skywalker. We don't need any of them. Let's just decimate. They tried to decimate Leia. They tried to kill off Leia. They tried to kill off... I can't get over this. Rey is number 69. The most important character in the sequel is number 69. Finn's not even on the list. I didn't even see Finn. Where's Finn? Guys, Finn, I just want to remind you guys, Finn stood up against Kylo Ren. He stood toe-to-toe to Kylo Ren. He actually had a lightsaber duel with Kylo Ren. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how he pulled that off. He's number 85. What did Chewbacca do? Chewbacca has a crossbow. Chewbacca gets rage-baited playing chess. Finn fought against the new leader of the First Order, Resistance, whatever. I can't believe Rey's number 69. Like, I could make a whole video talking about her. How I could argue she's actually overhated. Chewbacca's overrated. This woman's underrated. Because, she is. The fact that she's number 69, like, why she has... I can't even explain how much importance she has to the story. And the fact that I don't even hear people talking about her like this. You know, for some reason, she's just a hated character for no reason at all. I mean, she goes through trials like any main character does. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll save her for another video. I'll make a part 2 talking about Rey and Finn. But, like, look... I'm going to end this video soon. I just want to get out any final thoughts. Chewbacca, in Rise of Skywalker, when Chewbacca got kidnapped and put on the spacecraft in the desert, and they're flying off, and Rey tries to force pull him back, and she does this, but she instead shoots Palpatine lightning out of her fingers, and it strikes the spacecraft, and it hits the freaking ground. The second that happened, my joy came back to me. My joy for the franchise had returned. The second he made impact, just like that, I got my joy back. Okay? The scale tipped, right? Chewbacca was here, Rey was here. She does the... He falls, and she rose. That's exactly what happened. And I really do... I have so much gratitude for that. And I appreciate that so much. And they didn't kill him off. Because these Star Wars fans are so brain dead that they'd lose their shit over a non-verbal, hairy, useless dog, an animal, a creature with no lines, no significance to the story. Overrated character. Fuck Chewbacca. I mean it. Fuck Chewbacca. Have a great night, guys.